Write down Ketu in seventh house. Second child problem means after first child there can be an abortion and the second child can be born, or some kind of medical treatments will go on for this second child, or the second child's progress will be less. That means you write down some problem related to second child, because fifth house is first child and seventh house is second child, and Ketu sitting there will definitely give some problems related to that second child. Next, uterus problem. Obviously, uterus problem means in a female chart. Understand? Uterus problem. Third one, urinary tract infection and kidney related issues will be there. Urinary tract infection and kidney related issues will be there. Separation, suspicion, and fights between husband and wife will be there. Separation, suspicion, and fights between husband and wife will be there. Okay. They may have a change of place or settle in abroad or travel abroad after marriage. They may have a change of place or travel abroad or settle in abroad, that is foreign country, after marriage. Their very own siblings or close friends itself will cheat them. Their very own friends their very own siblings or close friends itself will cheat them. There will be land litigation problem, because this is fourth to fourth house. Understand? Fourth to fourth house. There will be land litigation problem. And the people who are doing this higher education, like PhD and all, at that time, or master degree, PhD, at that time, there will be some difficulty for them. Okay. Some kind of difficulty will come for people when they are doing their higher education, like masters or PhD. So, right, some difficulty during higher education. Next, you write. The relationship with in-laws will not be good, or in some cases, in-laws only will not be there, or these people will stay away from the in-laws. Understand? So, right, relationship with in-laws will not be good. And if you see, for every bhava, its third bhava is like a multiplication bhava. So fifth bhava is planning. Now Ketu is sitting in seventh house. It will also see the fifth house also. Okay. That means these people, whatever plan they do, okay, whatever plan they do, for that plan, they will always have a plan B. In case if this is a failure, I'll do like this. If this is a success, I'll follow with this plan. So you write down many plans they will do as a backup if the existing plan is a failure or success. Understand? Many plans they will have as a backup if the existing plan is a failure or success. I already told you in many classes. Generally, people think planets in Moksha Graha means nothing, like they don't have any worldly pleasures, material. Not really. People who have undergone this Ketu Dasha will understand one thing. Ketu gives two kinds of polarity. That is, either they become fully away from all this materialistic pleasure, everything, and they move, or they become completely lusty, and after the end of that Ketu Dasha, they seek towards their spiritual guidance. Means what? This Ketu is always behind the perfection. So when you are seeking that perfection, when you are not getting that, obviously you get disappointed and dejected. That is where you seek a way. You want to leave everything like a scientist and go and find out all alone that how you can find that perfection to the spiritual marga. Understand? So Ketu means, I told you, judge. Judge means is a perfection. You will see what is correct, what is wrong. You will weigh out all the opposite party and this party. After that only you'll give the judgment. Okay. Like that, this, what is that? This Ketu has that perfection issues. Therefore, write down, okay, the spouse, these people's spouse will seek perfection, but a native will not be able to match that perfection. Hence, there is a disturbance in the marital life. The native's partner will seek perfection, but native will not be able to match that perfection. Because of that, there will be problems in the marital life. Next to right. These people also will have different kinds of bed comforts. Okay, I want to stop at this point. You should understand. Means their way of that, see, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, all are important in life. It is not something you bed comfort. Yes, if that was there, God would have not created that process only. But what is important is with whom we are supposed to have that dampatyam, with them only we have to have. That is our dharma. In animals there is no such categorization. Understand? We have our own Manuspati, we have our own Dharma Sastras. Within that prescribed, whatever you do, that is correct. So, when these people are into that relationship as per the Dharma Sastram, their expectation also in the bed comforts will be a different way. Accordingly, you have to match the chart. Otherwise, it will end up in a separation only. So different kinds or ways of this bed comfortable expectations will be there when Ketu is in seventh house. Next, you write down. Father would have changed places. The native's father would have changed his birthplace, or 2-3 places minimum you would have changed. Father is a short-tempered person. Father is a short-tempered person. Father is short-tempered person. And the native itself will have one abortion. Native itself will have one abortion or a miscarriage. Definitely will be there. For this native to prosper in life and to get out of that fluctuations of mind, everything, they should somehow get hold of a good guru, because this spiritual planet is also seeing the ninth house. So that they meet a very good guru in their life, definitely they will go on right track and they will get that satisfaction. Because seventh house is also, what is that? It is one of the desire bhava only, kama trikona. Kama trikona means what? Not only sex is kama trikona. Somebody, for example, I had one teacher. Understand? So is the what is that? Kama trikona means what? He was very very fond of this tea. Understand? Especially ginger tea. So every time I used to take him to the canteen and I used to what is that? Buy and give him tea. In a way, I am getting his blessing also, and he was fond of that. So he always had that soft corner on me. Otherwise, he was very strict with everyone, but with me, he had some soft corner. That means what? For him, that lust is towards the tea. Understand? The moment we say lust means we do not always relate to the sex. Each planet based on where that cluster of Kama Trikona in which Rashi it is happening, accordingly they will have that expectation. Understand? So we need not get narrow into one single concept. Okay. So this completes Ketu in seventh bhava. Now, one thing you all should remember, like I said in the beginning of the class, Ketu means Jnana Karaka. Understand? Karakas are very important. I gave you some 50, 60 karakas. When I take Graha Karakatva, post completion of these 12 bhavas, for people who have completed all these 12 bhavas, okay, then the next level of their training will be they have completed Graha Samayoga, Rashi Karakatva, and this everything. Next, in that Graha Karakatva, I'll teach you more than 500 karakas. Understand? That is a different story. But these 50 karakas, whatever I taught in the first class also, are very, very important. In that, the most important karaka we always take to that Ketu is Jnanam, or that wisdom. We call Ketu as Jnana Karaka. Jnana Karaka means what? How to understand that? In what way you are getting that Jnanam? That means whichever bhava this Ketu is situated, that related bhava knowledge it will definitely give. For example, uh, the person is having Ketu in ascendant. Understand? Generally, people will say, he is an introvert, like that and all. Why he is an introvert or why he is like that? The only one reason for that is because he is more concerned about knowing himself. Like how Ramana Maharishi says, who am I? Nan yar. Understand? They want to introspect more about themselves, and they want to know who is he or what is he. Understand? So only Ketu is called as a Jnanakaraka. Suppose that you are having Ketu in 8th house, excellent, whoever is having. Because why? Automatically your brain will go into occult studies like astrology, mantra, yantra, tantra sadhana, spiritual sadhanas, right? So for these people, definitely that Ketu in 8 will make them to dig more and more. And they may even know when they are going to die. His own longevity calculations he will do. Understand? So those things are all very, very common. Suppose Ketu in 12th means, then he will think more about past life regression, rebirth, understand? Moksha related thinking. All those thinking will automatically come. Okay. For some people, okay, like I told you, 12th means automatically sleep. For me, I cannot control my sleep. Understand? 10:30 over means I want to sleep at any cost. So like that, those related knowledge they will have. and those related activities they will perform. Generally, what we can say, right? If that Ketu's dispositor and that concerned lord is not affected, if the Ketu's dispositor is not affected, now for example, 159 Ketu is there in 1, 5 or 9 in a horoscope. At the same time, that lord or dispositor, okay, wherever is sitting, if that dispositor is not spoiled, that is in Titisunyam, Badakam, Nicham, and all, definitely this Ketu will create a path to achieve that wisdom without doubt. But in the most of the cases, that dispositor will be not in good position. But if it happens to be in good position and your Ketu is also sitting in 159, then definitely it will create a path for your wisdom. And one more thing is also there. I told you one thing. Ketu will give you the knowledge of that particular bhava. At the same time, it will also give you that fear of that bhava. Understand? Now, for example, Ketu is in 8th house. You see, good astrologer, nice knowledge they will teach. At the same time, if you get close to him and ask, he will say, somehow, some kind of fear of longevity is always there. My Ayush is full only, no? You might have a full longevity, but that related bhava fear also it will keep. Fifth, fifth house, he will do each and everything, he will search and give the best to the children. But still, there will be a lot of worry regarding children for that person. Understand? So, it will also give you a knowledge. At the same time, it will also give you fear with respect to that bhava. Okay. Now, you all write down Ketu in 8th house. Ketu in 8th house. Mm. So, Ketu in 8th house means you write, it will give fear of longevity. Next, you write down, it will give fear of longevity. You continue. If the dispositor is exalted, or in own house, or in good house, it will give very, very long life. If dispositor is exalted, then it will give long life. If dispositor is afflicted, then definitely it will give some kind of gandantam to the native's longevity. If dispositor is afflicted, like Nicham, Badakam, Titisunyam and all, definitely some kind of gandantam will give to the native's longevity. Next you write, it will see the 6th house, hence enemies will be destroyed. It will see the 6th house, hence enemies will be destroyed. Okay. Next you write, it gives good longevity for females. It gives good longevity for females, especially because Ketu is Mangal Sutra. It gives good longevity for females because Ketu is Mangal Sutra. But again, check the dispositor position. For notes, always dispositor is very, very important. The dispositor only will give the different results. Understand? Okay. Next you write. It will give some big embarrassment, definitely, in front of others in their lifetime. In one day, definitely, this Ketu in eighth will give some big embarrassment in front of others. Next you write, it will cause some stomach related problems, kidney stones, etc. It will cause some stomach related problems, kidney stones, etc. It will cause some stomach related problems, kidney stones, etc. Next you write, it will also give constipation related problem. Understand? Already we told Ketu means anus opening, and it is also sitting in that bhava itself. Okay, that means definitely it will give constipation related problem. Next you write, it will give backbone problems or hip related problems. It will give backbone problem or hip related problem. It will give backbone problem or hip related problem. Next you write, mother-in-law life will have some problems. Mother-in-law's life will have some problem because this Ketu from 8th house, it is aspecting 10th house. Mother-in-law life will have some problem. Next you write, these persons, if they are having that brother-in-law, that brother-in-law will cause problem to this native. Understand? If brother-in-law is there for the native, that brother-in-law will cause problem to this native. Why brother-in-law will cause some problem for the native or brother-in-law will be a problematic guy? Because it will aspect 10th. From there, in 5th, Rahu will be there. We already told it. Wherever Rahu is there, some kind of cheating, some kind of fraud, some kind of forgery, all will be there. Maya, deception will be there. Understand? Next, you write. Ketu means what? We already told in the first class, Karaka class. It's called net, mosquito, mosquito net, fish net. Hmm? So Ketu is a mosquito. That means it is sitting in the 8th house. If this Ketu in the 8th house is related to Badakadipati, 6th house or 12th house or 12th lord, then it will cause dengue, chikungunya, and this COVID, all those things. Not COVID, sorry. COVID is a viral this thing. Dengue and chikungunya, all those things it will give. So 8th house also indicates Vastu. What is that? Toilet. That means you write down their toilet will be small or some kind of vastu problem will be there. or some people would have even slipped and fallen in the toilet, definitely. Either toilet will be very small, or some vastu relatedly, it may not be vastu compliant, or some people would have slipped and fallen in that toilet. All these microscopic jobs will be good, like chip manufacturing, understand, microbiologist, nanotechnology, laboratory technicians, understand, anything that is micro in nature, or which needs proofreading, right? You correct it minute page by page. So like that, anything which is CCTV camera where micro you observe and take the photo, right? So like that, all which are very microscopic in nature, definitely will be good for these people. 10th house Ketu. Other things you can take 10th house Ketu means we told all the karakas, okay? Those related karaka and the concerned planet. Now, for example, if I want to say medicine, the concerned medical planets like Sun, Mars, and all should be good. Understand? Like that, you can connect and you can say here. Okay. Next, Ketu in ninth house. It is the bhava of dharmam or bhagyam, right? Dharmam or bhagyam is very, very important. It's the bhava of guru. Today we can see two kinds of people. One who adorns his guru. He thinks even if God is making him delay, but if a guru says it will change for him. In fact, they say if God is angry on you, your guru can save you. But if your guru is angry on you, even God cannot save you. But again, finding such kind of guru is also not that easy. Right? We all find teachers today. For that matter, I am a teacher. My guru was a teacher. And only my one guru, Narayan Swami, who is my godfather in astrology, the last 2 decades plus, or in the last 2 decades, I will consider him as guru. Understand? Rest of them were good teachers only for me. Okay. So, in that way, okay, we can say this ninth bhava is very, very important, because finding a correct ninth bhava person itself is a very difficult task. But still, whatever I can say, with whomever the teachers you learn, okay, always take their blessings, because whatever you read in book, when you predict, most of the times it doesn't come true. And whatever this free PDF or this recording, screen recording, you go and say, results will not match. You will feel very, very embarrassed. The same point, another person will say, and he will say, sir, I got excellent clients, sir. Whatever that Panchangam course you taught, today I'm getting so many excellent results, sir. Oh, why don't you learn another 50 hours of Panchangam like you did 50 hours? Understand? That is happiness for me. Why? When I completed the course, I almost give my wish and blessings and pray to the Siddhas. They should get good name and fame, so that the students keep coming to me and clients keep coming to them. Understand? So always a recording or this PDF is always useless. Not only for me, even if you are studying or if students are studying from you also, without your wish and pleasure, that is just a audio or it's just a piece of document. And you see, if you observed anyone in your life, if they are doing this illegal recording or document anything at all, right? Immediately you ask them to cast on Prashna chat. Immediately. You sit and see 100% their fifth and ninth bhava will be spoiled. Anyhow, that fifth and ninth bhava of Kala Purusha or that Prasanna Lagnam, Ardham will sit in the ninth house showing for another 12 years, this guy will not get any Guru Balam. Fifth and ninth represents his children's and his ancestors and his Bhagyam that will be there. After a few years, you'll see why things are not happening. You'll go to temples, everything, but he doesn't know. For a just a knowledge flow, he had indirectly activated the his ninth bhava in a negative way. Understand? See, this class and all is nothing. Understand? Somebody is financially very, very weak also. That is the reason we are doing this free class. Why? Knowledge should not be a barrier. Okay, everywhere we cannot take free because lot of efforts, 20 years knowledge, everything is put in there. But whenever God is giving me that chance, I'm taking these free classes. But somewhere else also, if you are learning, definitely have that Guru's blessing. And somewhere knowingly or unknowingly, if you have committed a mistake also, Just go to Guru Bhagwan, not Dakshinamurti, Guru Bhagwan, and pray to him, put yellow cloth. Definitely your mistakes will be forgiven. I'm not saying for anyone here. Generally, I'm saying. In this context, there is also one thing, okay, where um, in Mahabharata, there is a lady called as Draupadi, okay, or what you commonly call her as Panchali, okay. So there is this Dharmaraja. This Dharmaraja is a very, very nice person. In fact, he got a Swargalokam only because of this, what is that, doing Annadanam. Understand? When Karna was in the death stage, somehow he was having a very painful period. Understand? So he was getting too much of hunger. Okay, thirsty, water thirst was there. Then this Krishna comes, Ayo, Karna, you are the Dana Sura Veera Karna, you donated your kavacha, you donated everything. But why is that you are suffering? Okay, let me tell me one thing. What and all you donated? Like that he asks. Then he says, one day one Rishi came. He asked me for a sandalwood tree. That time I was very, very busy. So I even just gave my 1/4 of my entire palace. Told them, where and all there is a sandalwood that pillars. You cut all those pillars and use for your homam. Like that. I even gave my palace itself. Wow, great. You have a very big heart. Then what and all you did? Then he keeps saying this, that, everything. Then one day he says, somebody came for a food. I told him like, see, there is Yudhishthira's house. There he will always do that Annadanam. Like that I showed my finger. Then Krishna says, you keep your finger in that mouth. Automatically that thirst of Karna is satisfied. And Karna is a peaceful that. That means Annadanam is the Sarvasreshta Dhanam. Hardly it will cost you 200 or 300 rupees in Swiggy or Zomato also. Now, in that Dharma's house only, there was another Dharma Patni called as Panchali. Though she married 5 people, every year when she was with an husband, she used to undergo herself a process called purification. That is the reason if you go to Tamil Nadu today also, every corners in a village, we will find this Draupadi Amman temple. So this Karna, though he had so many, sorry, this Dharma or Yudhishthira, though he had so many good qualities, our hero had one bad quality also. What is that? He was always having this weakness of playing dice or gambling. Now these people don't want to get Krishna to involve, so they, without his knowledge only, they go, they play, and in that Dharma loses this game of dice. Ultimately, that Draupadi is also kept as that this thing, and she is also dragged. Then Krishna comes and delivers this message. Are you aware? Like this, once this, what is that? This he gives this sari and all to protect her. She asks Krishna only one thing: how come I was roped into this play where I didn't even play? Then Krishna says, Yudhishthira lost everything, and when Dharma lost everything, in the end, he kept you also in that mortgage. Then this Dharma Patni Draupadi says, when Dharma himself has lost himself, how we can keep and play me? Is the question. Valid question, but she asks only two things. Who played this? Duryodhana, says Krishna. And who was the mastermind who arranged this? She says, Sakuni. Oh. Then she asks, Krishna, after knowing so many things also, why did you allow this to happen? Then Krishna says, in life, there are three kinds of mistakes. One is a person who's drinking and a person who's doing all this activity. For him, 30%, okay, he is doing a mistake. Second one is who is Second one is who is having that this thing, thief or stealing habits. He is into 50% bad. But somebody who is into cheating his guru or who is gambling, understand, who is into this cheating games, for him, or somebody who cheats his own preceptor, that is guru, for him, even God will never come and help. That is what happened in Dharma's case. So only I could not go and help him. Understand? Because Krishna was a guru to Arjuna, where he was guiding the entire Pandava. They even made sure that he was not going to come. One who betrays his preceptor will never be even protected by God. Like that he says. And there, in that game of dice and board, what was hiding, there it was hiding a concept called as Ragu. That Ragu was the Maya and delusion. This is where astrology comes. That Ragu was responsible to create that Maya, and it made that Pandavas to lose. The same Maya this Krishna uses when in the beginning of the Mahabharata war, where Sahadeva says, one who gives Bali in Amavasya will be successful. The same concept of in Chaturdashi, Krishna goes and does the Maya and he makes sure that Pandavas are winning. So in the end, what happens? Krishna defeats the Maya by using the Maya only. Understand this? I also told in Panchanga course, the 50 hours. That means in life, whoever are involved in this gambling or cheating or doing that injustice or to your preceptor or your guru, definitely one day the same Maya also will defeat you. Understand? No doubt in that. Okay. In that, okay, when I take Graha Dosham, Graha Pariharam, yes, 25, 30 hours, I teach more and more. Now let us come back to this. Here, I was saying Ketu in the 9th house. You write, it will see 7th and 11th house. It will see the 7th and 11th house. Generally, the spouse will be thin. Understand? Whenever this Ketu is in 9th house, it gives spouse as a thin spouse. It will give spouse will thin. Or it can be extremely fat also, because Ketu has that extreme quality. Understand? That is also is there. But most of the times you observe, it is giving a thin spouse. Next, you write, in spouse house, there will be epilepsy or paralysis attack person. In spouse house, there will be epilepsy or paralysis attack person. Okay. Next, you write, some health issues or relationship problems will be there with elder brother or uncle. Some health issues or relationship problem will be there for elder brother or uncle. Some health issues or relationship issues will be there for the okay. Spouse will have long years. Spouse will have long years. And father will have some head injury or head related issues or eye related issues. Okay, that migraine, sinus, not exactly what is that eye injury, but eye related area above will have that problems. Father will have head related or this sinus migraine problem. Okay. It will also give some gandantam to father. Understand? Father would have escaped on gandantam after being hospitalized or narrowly missing an accident, injury, like that. Father also would have escaped some gandantam. Father will be very microscopic in nature. Everything father will not don't keenly. Right? Father will be very microscopic in nature. Don't take like father will look like a microscope. His observation will be like microscopic. Okay. Next, you write down. Astrology will be good for native and also profit from that. You will obtain good profit also from that, because 9th and 11th are getting connected here. Okay. Astrology will be good for native and profitful. Astrology will be good for native and profitful. Hair fall will be there for spouse or father. Hair fall will be there for spouse or father, or baldness also will be there. Some disagreement with father or guru definitely will be there. some disagreement with father or guru will be there. Next, for these people to come up in life, they should do the Jiva Samadhi worship or Siddhars worship. Usually, this Siddhars Jiva Samadhi is there everywhere. So, Jiva Samadhi worship of Siddhars will definitely give them that Guru Anugraham, and it will also make them to come across the original Gurus. In case if this Ketu is in 9th house and dispositor is in, write down 9th house Ketu and dispositor in 6, 8, 12 Badakam or Tithi Shunyam. 9th house Ketu and dispositor in 6, 8, 12 Badakam or Tithi Shunyam. Then it will give some extra affairs and also problem because of those extra affairs. It will give some extra affairs and also problem because of those extra affairs. And generally for these people, there will be some benefit to grandfather. Sir, grandfather didn't even give me anything. So means these people would have brought up in their grandfather's house itself. Understand? Definitely if the dispositor is not bad, they will have some benefit to grandfather, or they would have been brought up in their grandfather's house. For females, it will give uterus related problem or some problem in the fallopian tubes, because all these tubes are Ketu only, right? For females, it will give uterus related problem or some problem in the fallopian tubes. And in this Pushya Nakshatra, I told that people tree, right? Ketu is also connected to Ganesha. That means what? You write down. These people should worship the Ganesha under the people tree. Arasamaram Pulliyar. For these people to get the Bhagyam or fortune in the life, they should worship the people tree Ganesha. Next, you write, if the dispositor is well placed, then 9th house Ketu will make them an expert or number one in whatever work they do. If the dispositor is in a good position, 9th house Ketu will give that perfection. Means they will be known for, oh, this work means you have to go for this person only. He is that number one person in doing that. Like that, it will give that. Younger sibling will have some health issues or marital life issues for younger sibling. Okay. There can be delay in second child. There can be delay in birth of second child. Again, same concept only. Ketu's aspects we are taking. Okay. Fine. So 9 we have done. 10, 11, 12, and 1 and 2. 1 hour is sufficient. We can come back and continue. Okay. So let me unmute her. Is it clear for everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, fine. So Then now
Yes, sir.
time is 8:25. We all can come back at 8:55. Okay. So 8:55 is the entry time. After 9 o'clock, why I will not enter because I will not know who's joining, who's not joining. So come before 9 o'clock, but try to come by 8:50. 8:55 itself, I'll start. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, sir.